Thanks a lot for your invitation and congratulations for this organization of this event. You can read my resume, not now, but you can read it when you have him shown, for example. I am president of ITS Argentina Civil Association. I am VP of Argentine Association of Roads and Spanish-speaking secretary of PIARC TC 2.4 Operation of Road Networks and ITS, Intelligent Transport Systems, for the strategic cycle 2020-2023. I am too the manager of a public lighting poles factory and founder and director of an engineer and business management consulting firm. I am university professor of lighting and ITS in the Buenos Aires University, but really I am a musician, yeah. Okay, today we can talk about ITS, your perception, your benefits, and some case studies of deployment in Argentina and in other countries. Our contents here you can see ITS Argentina, non-profit civil association, the significance and confirmation of ITS, the goals and benefits of ITS, the problem to solve through ITS, the different ITS solution and the concept of ITS architecture, the concept of perception, some myths and obstacles to deploy ITS, and some case studies, and finally consideration and conclusions. Okay, ITS Argentina is non-profit civil association founded in Y2K by 60 members, and mainly our mission is to promote the deployment in transport and traffic infrastructure of the wide spectrum of ITS technology to improve safety, traffic management, efficiency, productivity, and mobility in general, and so on. Our commitment, this is important. The saving lives, the protection of the environment, the improvement of mobility, the economic evolution, the assurance of works with added value, the improvement of the quality of life, the social integration and social inclusion, and the well-being of people do not represent an option, but each one represents an obligation for everyone. Yeah, our members are public sector, private sector, academic sector, and especially engineering and different professionals. Okay, the first question is what is ITS? ITS, or Intelligent Transport System, is a generic term given to integrated communication application, control technologies, and information processing applied to the area of transportation, mobility, and road infrastructure. And ITS technology is disruptive. No? Why? Because it causes reduction of cost, it drives the upward development, it is sustainable, it is innovation and creativity. I will find ITS, okay, so here, yeah. Where find ITS in all processes of a mobility infrastructure project: planning, design, building, commissioning, operation, maintenance, and so on. You can see the picture schema where the different topic of ITS and the different places or process or phase of a project where you can find the deployment of ITS. Yeah. Here, ITS is a set of products, systems, and services. In the beginning, we found it in vehicles, human, and roads. But after, in these times, we can find ITS in smartphones, smart cities, and the rest of technology with different names, functions, and characteristics, all connected. What are the benefits of ITS? A lot. You can read, you can see improvement of road safety, reduction of accident and mortality, improvement of the protection of roads assets, improvement of the protection of environment, improvement of labor condition, opportunity of jobs, access to other places. Creation of and improvement of new jobs with add value is important. Promotion, improvement of technical education network, improvement of industrial production, good KPI benefit cost, improvement of logistic operation, of mobility, accessibility, comfort and travel times, reduction of the execution, operation, and maintenance costs, and of a road. Improvement of regional, national, and subnational economic development of the public and private sector, the industrial, agricultural, and academic sectors. We can improve the processes of the project and development of the technological potential. Yeah, more benefits is better energy efficiency, improvement of the quality of life and well-being of people. Is important because to use the ITS to improve the humanity, improvement of management for gender and vulnerable people, the improvement of the possibility of the creation of jobs in different ways with always with aid values, improve of the health system of the information to the user, reduction of the illegal and controversial activities, improvement of the connectivity of people and towns, electrical, geographic, communication, transports, and so on, and improvement of the social inclusion and integration. Let's see what are the problems to be solved with ITS. You can read the question that we must ask ourselves and what are the needs that we have. First, for example, in mobility and vehicles congestion. No, this is the question, and which is the needs. No? The reduce travel and stop times due to congestion. Another problem is the pollution of the environment. ITS can solve a lot of problem of the pollution. The other is the road accidents, no, the safety. We can improve the safety a lot. No? The other is the problem is the climate change and the greenhouse gases. For example, use ITS with electrical vehicles. No? That is important to replace the actual cars or buses with the electrical and to use connected vehicles in the future, autonomous and connected. Another problem is the use of ITS in about the use of public space and they use their own vehicle. No? We use 3% of our time moving with the cars and 97% parked. Okay, that is ITS help a lot in this topic. Another function of ITS is improve the technical education. We need to create a thread of technical education to improve the production, to improve the development of the industrial production, the employment, always with add value. No, you can think that in the future the jobs needs that the people understand the emotion and reaction of others, creativity and innovation, and critical thinking, and ITS is in that direction. Another problem to solve is the lack of connectivity we can see different forms of connectivity from transport, electricity, and communication. Another problem is the cost of building operation maintenance, the crime through contraband and tax evasion. And you can see picture about for example, the use of wave motion systems, no? to control the car moving in the pavement. Other problems and ITS can help in mobility, health, and labor condition. For example, in the toll station, no? to improve the condition of the labor of the workers in the toll station. You can use ITS to solve problems of multimodality of transport. No? Use vehicles like cars, buses, trains, airplanes, vans, taxis, scooter, motors, no? And new transport. And now is the problem to solve problems from the COVID-19. Yeah, yes, the road sector can be a part of the big solution, and ITS can solve a lot of problems caused by COVID-19. We can read in this slide other problems to solve, no? But always can appear the name black swan, no? But ITS is present in all these problems. Yeah. In this slide, you can see a lot of subsystem of ITS, but connected with the Mobility Management Center, no? With a lot of subsystem related to it. Okay. New technologies belongs to ITS2. For example, big data with characteristics HVs, volume, velocity, variety, veracity, variability, visualization, and value. The new technology like low-cost ITS, the CITS or ITS collaborative with the communication B2B or I2B, etc., I2X, the mentioned electric vehicles, and the rest like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, blockchains, digital coins, payment by cell phone, drones, and modernization of current technologies. But for this, we need create an ITS architecture. We can define 3 levels: functional, organizational, and physical components, supported by a standard and taking into account the needs, no? We can see in this schema. In this slide, all ITS projects, like other types of projects, have evaluation, analysis of risks, analysis of scenarios, objectives determined by the method SMART. SMART means specific, measurable, ambitious, reachable, and with times predefined. The question we can do the question what, how, and for what, use ITS, the different competence, different processes. Here is you can see the process PCA, that means planning, execution, control, and analysis, and all the topics of management. You can use ITS. About the ITS perception of ITS, it also follows the laws of the Gestalt, German definition of the Gestalt. You can see in this simple example what does this young perceive. this young man see and lighting traffic lighting, and he perceives safety or traffic order. And he's happy. He feels safe. See, he thinks ITS protect my life. Yeah, but in the other case, what does this young woman perceive when he see a camera, for example? He think or he have doubt and knowledge what is it for, protection, safety, where the video image, do they work well, does anyone see them, are they only used for autopsies of accidents, for example, they do invade my privacy. She's not happy. He feels insecure. She's saying, I don't know how ITS benefits me. We have ITS with same benefits, but with different perception for the people. The question is then how to sell ITS, how to deploy ITS with this simple to example. Following with the concept of ITS perception, we have difficulty to push ITS because we have sharing owner data, control system responsibilities, very optimistic market expectation regarding times. The automotive industry and road infrastructure and transportation have different type of development. The perception that congestion of or space parking charge are new taxes. The concept of Big Brother belief with loss of privacy, with surveillance system infringement, and fears that machines will take control of the vehicle instead of the human drive. No? Sometimes the ITS are invisible to the eyes of the user, and we can take obstacles, political obstacles, social and business obstacles. Because learned lesson, we can see different perception for ITS and its consequences if some tags deployment do not work or we cannot understand the function of ITS. This is a small VMS. The other is a picture of control of the plate motor, but not for velocity. The user doesn't know what means this product, this ITS system. Okay, SOS not is the absence of the SOS is a problem. The call of for example, metro or parking can cause accidents, no? Like this, for example, or the lack of maintenance or the correct function can cause accidents. Okay, regarding myths, we have ITS are not affordable, ITS are difficult to deploy, ITS can be used to replace the traditional transport infrastructure, or planning and evaluation are not important for ITS projects. All these phrases are false. Okay, well, let's see. I want to show several cases studied from my country and others. For example, case one is Buenos Aires city with its ITS management in urban highways with the length of 50 kilometers and 11 million per month of transaction, no? With one control center with different subsystems of ITS. Another case is Buenos Aires city, but in the urban city with the control of the traffic lights, like with the ITS control center, and with CCTV, with the VMS, and so on. You can see several pictures. This is another case. We can show, we can see the the corridor Buenos Aires Paseo del Bajo corridor with a length of 6.7 kilometers, and using MLFF for free flow system of toll station is the positive impact is better than more than 57,000 trees without boxes of toll station that were replaced by the free flow system. Another case we can see is the interoperability of electronic toll station, with the same technique, since 10 years ago, the system interoperable named Telepasse, with the same logo, same ETC and technology, and different suppliers with transponder. And you can see another case study in the Santa Fe Rosario highway. It's between the cities of Rosario and Santa Fe in Buenos Aires, with a lot of subsystems connected with the central control, CCTV, VMS, ETD, and weather stations, with weight motion, and so on. Here you can see a lot of picture of cities and ITS applied in cities and highways of Buenos Aires, with the ticketing named SUBE in Buenos Aires, weight motion station, toll station, control center, the control center of tunnel, and now a new product is EVIM, que es una station of transmission of data to the control center in Buenos Aires. I want to show another case study interesting. For example, in Prague and Brno cities in the Czech Republic, Russia, and Kenya, about WIM, but we have case studies of asset management in New Zealand, or open roads in Portugal, and VMS in China, and so on. You can see this picture or schema. Here are the picture of a lot of different control centers in different places, like Seoul, Torino, Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, Madrid, Johannesburg in South Africa, Rosario in Argentina, Singapore. Different control centers. I want to show this because that is important to have an ITS architecture with ITS control center that's connected all the subsystems. Okay, like on conclusion regarding the use of ITS smart technology, the essential goals are plan the ITS deployment, incorporated into public policies and educational plans, promoted with agreements and collaboration between stakeholders, promoted in all road projects, promote the harmonization and standardization, stimulate the training on these topics, articulated with the objectives, the goals of the public policies, and complemented with new technologies. Finally, I would say some reflection consideration for you is, first, the technology widens the scope of action. Just as technology empowers humans, ITS enhances mobility. In the road operation, not using ITS is much greater risk than using it. Advantages of ITS in the road operation, despite the debunkers unfounded, it lies in perseverance. There will be no sustainable road infrastructure possible without the use of smart technology. Before I finish, let me tell you a surreal tale. The question is, who wins in the race between ignorance and intelligence? The answer is ignorance. Because intelligence, due its habit of curiosity, stop at each post to increase its knowledge. And instead, ignorance goes on without stopping, and it comes first, even to the conclusions, and it wins. This event invites us to lose races against the ignorance, but allows us to grow in knowledge. Okay, remember, ITS, its only limit is our imagination, but until now. Thanks a lot again for your attention. Thanks again.
Thank you for being with us and all the support to this event. And I'm sure that
Okay.
we will be in touch soon.
Okay, it was a pleasure to be here. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.